You're listening to She's the Business podcast.
Hey there. Did you know that most people, they take years and years to figure this out. And when they do, they always wish they had done it sooner. And that is specializing, like having a clear target and a clear service that you offer is the best way to stand out as the clear choice and to command higher rates. But it's actually really hard to do. And that's why a lot of people don't do it, or they think that they are, but they say things like, I work with small business owners, or I work with mums in business or in small business. But do you realize how many people that really is? In Australia, where I live, small businesses make up 97% of the business market community. 97% of all businesses here are small businesses. And that's about 4.5 million of them. And of those, lots and lots of them, a high proportion, are run by women, and most of those women are mothers.
Hi, I'm your host, Jessica Osborne, and in my 23 years of business and marketing, I've built many brands to become multi-billion-dollar companies. And just in the last 10 years, I've built 2 online businesses of my own from my dining room table with 2 little babies running around at my feet. I've made it my mission to inspire you to get out of your own way and become the successful business owner who's living the lifestyle you really desire without all the hustle. This is She's the Business podcast, made by women for women. This is your weekly dose of motivation and inspiration.
So if you've got any of those sort of words that you're using to describe your target market, then that's not specializing. That's not a target. That's actually the entire market. So it's no wonder that you're really struggling to get seen or noticed when that's what you're doing. Can you think about, how hard it is to run any sort of marketing when you've got such a broad range of people who you are trying to target? And maybe it's even that your offering is broad. You've got lots of different things you offer, and therefore different people, and therefore you're trying to reach all of these different people. Can you see how that makes life hard? Whereas when you are clear and you've got something specific that you offer and who you work with, it is by far the easiest way for your whole business to work better for you, and much easier, less time consuming, clearer. You can have so much more confidence in how you run your business. Specializing is that real key in the center that makes everything work better. You can design services that are around your highest value, which means, of course, that you can command higher rates. When you're putting together how you're offering it and how you're messaging your offer, you're tailoring it to exactly that person who you know that you've made it for, and helping them to make the decision they need to make because you understand the objections that they're going to have. When you've got so many different people that you might be trying to speak to, that becomes really difficult, because as soon as you start saying one thing, you're thinking, well, that's not relevant to everybody, so I can't say that. And what happens is that your messaging goes up to this level where it's really broad and general. And we all know that that's pretty much like, marketing is not going to work when it's broad and general, because we all are tuned, humans, by human nature. We are sitting there the whole time thinking, I'm trying to figure out if this is right for me. We're all very inwardly focused. We have a very good radar on us of, is this right for me or not? And at the first sign that it's not specifically for them, they're out of here. So, you're really doing yourself such a disfavor if you're not being super clear and specific. The only way to get clear and specific is to actually really define and refine your target, who it is that you are out there to work with, but also what it is that you're offering to them. They're the 2 kind of keys to your niche. And that's why inside Business Jam, that's the very first thing that we start off with, is diving into that, because no one has ever done it to the specific level that we go to in this program. They've never come in and gone, yep, totally nailed it. I'm very clear, very specific. We go really, really deep. We get super, super specific because it gives you so much clarity on everything else you need to do. And the whole rest of the business becomes so much easier You really know what you should be doing for your marketing, how to speak to them, what you need to say to them so that it's making complete sense. And it's not about convincing someone to buy your stuff. It's actually about showing the right person the solution that can help them with the problem that they're having and the really specific problem they're having. And that's why they'll choose you, because you're the clear choice for them. You're really standing out as the right person to help them. The consequence of not doing this work, and why so many people, when they finally figure it out, they go through the hard yards of saying, no, I don't want to specialize. I need to work with lots of people, or I have too many different services that I'm trying to offer. When they finally do it, they realize that they're no longer having to work so hard to find clients. Clients are finding them. They're not pricing low, because a generalist, someone who's got lots of different services, normally in a price competitive place. You're pricing low to win business because you're not standing out as the specialist. And that's really, is that simple, but it's hard for people to do. I understand that it might be hard for you to think about. But if you're asking yourself questions like, which service should I offer? Like, which one is more profitable? Which market or which niche should I go into? These are all questions that are really showing you that it's actually, you really need to start looking internally. So what we do in Business Jam is I help you to find your value, because there's no one market, one niche that is more profitable than another one. It's actually the person or the business who's profitable. When you think about it, look at any profession, there are graphic designers who are absolutely killing it. There are some who are struggling. There are lawyers who are up there, really successful, very profitable. And there are lawyers who are also struggling. It doesn't matter what profession you're in, what industry you're in, what niche, what area. It's not about the market. It's not about whether there's more demand or less demand for something, because I pretty much guarantee you, no matter what you offer, there are more than enough clients out there for you to fill your books, no matter what your business style is like. There's so much abundance out there. It's incredible. So it's actually about you. It's about your offering. Are you standing out as that specialist? Do they understand that you're the right person for them? Is your messaging right? Is your offer something that they really want? Have you made it irresistible? You might know that's what they need, but do they know that that's what they need? Are they really seeing the link between them and what they're trying to achieve, and you and what you're offering? Usually that's where there's a break in the system. So in my training last week, I was sharing a diagram because I like to look at everything visually. It's like a bit of a machine with cogs on it. And I've got 7 different strategic elements that will fit together like a machine, and all the pieces help the other pieces turn. But right in the middle is where the specialization is, because if you get that right, the other pieces can all turn. Without it, nothing is working. Nothing is working easily. It might be grinding away and feeling really hard, but that's because we've got that piece. It's not in place. It might be partially there, so maybe things are going, but they're going really slowly. When you get these pieces and they are connecting and working, there's when your business is working really well. It'll grow and it feels easy. You're not spending all that time that you don't need to be, because the right clients are finding you. They're coming to you. They can see that you're the right person for them. They're making contact. They're signing up. They are keen and eager to work with you. They're already sold before they're even having that initial discussion with you. So you're not in a price competitive market. That's what this is all about. So I thought that might be valuable to share with you, because, I know that there's been so many aha moments on this before. And, it's very common to think, oh yes, I have defined a target, but I guarantee you that if you're not 100% clear and you've got lots of a bit of this, but also this kind of person or that kind of person, well, that is not a specific target. And that means that your marketing is probably not hitting any of them, standing out to any of those as the right person for them, because you're trying to be something to too many different people. Maybe you're offering so many different services, you've been a jack of all trades as well. So this is, what really at the beginning of Business Jam, we get this nailed, and then you can create the right offers, you can raise your profits, you can make your business work better in the time you have available, whether that's 10 hours a week, whether it's 20 hours a week, whether you want to work full time, you design it to work for you with your lifestyle plan in mind and what you're wanting to achieve at the end of the day. So at the moment, Business Jam, the doors are actually open. They close on Monday. So you've got a few more days to get in and have a look. It is for service-based businesses. I've designed this specifically for service-based businesses. If you're in a professional or creative service-based business, then that is what will work for you. It's not for you if you're in a product-based business or MLM, bricks and mortar. You've got much more specific needs, whereas this is really ideal for a service-based business where you might be doing consulting, you might be doing done-for-you services, or you might be even in coaching. The same strategies really apply, and it's a framework that means you apply it to your own business needs as well. So you end up with a plan that works for you, works for your ideal client and what you offer. It's not a cookie cutter of anyone else's business, and certainly not a cookie cutter of mine, because mine has been designed around my ideal clients and what I do. So that's what it's really all about. There's heaps of information on my page about Business Jam, so you can go and have a look and check it out and see whether it is something that might be right for you. But this is the last time that it's open for 2021. So the doors close on Monday. Then I start 10 weeks of live coaching. So every week we have a coaching call. It's hot seats. So I get in there, I get in the trenches with you. We bust through what you might be struggling with, and I help you to, really maximize what you're doing and to get the right plan that works for you. It's not about me lecturing. It's not about me, doing content and not listening. It's actually all about you on those coaching calls. So everybody gets individualized support and help to create your business, the strategy that's going to help your business. Whether you've been in business 15 years or just 1 year, this is the strategy that every business needs. And it's what the most successful ones are doing. You can't see it because it's what's behind the scenes. It's underneath the surface. But this engine that's working under the surface, those businesses who are growing, they're fast growing and it looks effortless, they have got the pieces of their strategy working together in a really nice, well-oiled machine. And that's what we all want to achieve. Sometimes we've got blind spots. We might have a barrier we've put in our own way, which is why we're preventing ourselves from getting there. And that's what I'm there to help you do, which is why I offer the coaching on top of the program, so that I can help you to uncover those blind spots, because you can't see them yourself. That's the real that we find. So the people who come in and do this round with me where we do the live coaching, they have the biggest transformations. They have quantum leaps. I had Ali, who joined me last time that we did at the start of this year, and she increased her revenue 300% in 90 days, smashed her annual revenue target. She already made her whole year's revenue target. So imagine what she's going to be doing for the rest of the year. She's just exploding. She's growing on that, which is incredible. That's just her first 90 days, and now as you gain momentum and grow, we will expect to see that grow and grow. So I can't wait to see how she continues for the rest of this year. But that's what there is. So that's kind of my little bit of the ramble there on what you might expect in Business Jam. There's a lot in there. I talk about it all now, then I'll be talking forever. So please come and have a look over on my site. You can get it at jessicaosborne.com/businessjam, like JAM, like the spread. It's the sweetest spread. We don't do slow growth here. We do something much, much sweeter. And I like jam on my toast, so it's definitely a better way to do it. JAM stands for Just Authentic Marketing. This isn't a bro marketer method. I'm not going to teach you funnel hacking tricks that are like some fad out there. This is actually your core strategy that you'll come back to time and time and time again. What is driving your business? It drives your business growth, and it helps you optimize what you're already doing, which is why it's useful for anyone who is in business. It doesn't matter what stage you're at. You still need your strategy to be connected and to be functioning well for you to be keeping on growing. If you stop growing, then that's a clue that your strategy is out of alignment and really might need a bit of a tweak, a bit of a readjustment. Bring it back into line. See where you can get more scale. We see we can get more growth, more profit, and stop doing the things that you maybe aren't enjoying or that are taking up too much time. Time is a resource that we can't scale, we can't replicate. So you want to use the time you have more smartly to be gaining more, growing more, and, getting more time back for you in your life. For me, it's important I spend time with my kids and my family and exercise, all of those things. I don't want a business that is keeping me chained to my desk, for long hours. That's not the point of it. And it doesn't have to be that way. It's about having a smarter strategy. So that's it, really. Thank you for joining me today. And I will answer any questions that you've got. If you've got them, pop them in the comments. More than happy to answer any questions that you might have. Otherwise, is this the year that you're going to change your business? The time, it doesn't take a long time. It's not an intensive program. You can do it in just an hour a day, or not even a day, probably an hour or two a week, really. And that would be all you need. It doesn't take a long time. It's just about getting the thinking happening, really seeing what it is. What are those barriers that you might have been putting in your way, and removing them, optimizing what you're doing at the moment so that you can grow, you can remove that barrier. So it doesn't take a long time, and the rewards for you are so much, they're amazing, they're great. When you can get rid of those barriers and you can start doing things that are just much more intentional, then you're not spending all your time on things that aren't having any effect and aren't helping you to grow. So that's really what we are aiming to do here with that strategy. Thanks so much for joining me on the live, and I will chat to you all very soon. Bye.
Are your services aligned to the right clients for your business? Well, if you're not seeing the right clients coming in, then that's a sure sign that there's something out of alignment in your strategy. They're not being attracted by what it is that you're putting out there. So there's clearly a detachment there. It's a bit like if you try to push a supermarket trolley and not all the wheels are pointing in the same direction, it's going to feel really hard, and you know what that's like. Whereas when the wheels are aligned, they're all pointing towards the right direction, it just works so much easier. Now, this is what can happen when you get your strategy into alignment so that you're bringing in the right clients to the right services, you're profitable, and it just feels easy. It's like that beautiful trolley that wheels away and you don't have to fight it to get it around a corner. Now, this is exactly what I share with you inside my program, Business Jam, where you're going to get my simple blueprint for alignment in your strategy so that you're bringing in the right clients with the right services, and you've got the marketing and sales journey to support that, to take them from stranger to customer without the hustle, without cold DMs and sleazy sales tactics, without complicated funnels, and without even paid ads. Sure, you can use them, but you don't have to use them if you've got the setup right. Business Jam opens May the 30th, and the doors close again on the 3rd of June. So now's the time to check it out and see whether this might be the solution that you need for your business. And trust me, if marketing is feeling hard, if you're not getting enough clients and not getting the quality of clients that you really want, then it is your strategy where the changes need to be made. It's not a matter of doing more marketing to get them in, because if they're not buying now with what you're doing, then why would you expect they will buy when you're doing more? So head over to jessicaosborne.com/businessjam to learn more, to find out about this program. Come and join me, and let's get your business and your strategy aligned so that it is rolling smoothly for you into the end of 2022.